Tom, a great win to end the Vitality Blast campaign in front of the home fan. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, it's obviously nice to finish the comp on a high against what's a very strong team, and have done very well, and obviously got a quarter final. So lots to take into next year for us. A lot of positives. The boys should be really proud. I think it hasn't quite been the consistent campaign that we would have liked this year, and I think we've just narrowly missed out. But yeah, there's a huge amount to take into next year and moving forward. Some really exciting young talent in the dressing room, and yeah, I think a lot to build on for next year. A lot of positive signs.
Yeah, talking of the positives, you alluded to it already, but this is a very strong Lancashire team. They've got a home quarter final, and we've got the best of them tonight. So there is plenty to build on, especially given that this is quite a young team as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that's there's taken all the excitement I think from it. Watching guys learn their game out there and testing themselves against some of the best in the world. I think it's really good to see the lads challenging themselves, and I think like I said, it'll only stand as great in good stead moving forward into future years, and yeah, hopefully something we can build on.
Sure, and your own performance tonight with the bat, match-winning Notts, how do you assess your own showing?
Yeah, it's nice to obviously contribute. I just want to contribute to winning games for Notts. That's my main aim, and luckily tonight was a night I could do it. And yeah, I've worked pretty hard on my game recently, and it's nice to see it paying off out in the middle. Yeah,
talking of training, obviously this is your first full Vitality Blast campaign where you've been white ball only. Do you think that you've benefited in the T20 format from that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think I would have. I think definitely, with it being the first time I've done it, I've been pretty happy with how I've played. I think whether that's because I've been able to solely focus on my game in that way. I think there's part of it as well. I'm at an age now where I'm just hopefully coming into my prime years, and I feel I'm understanding my game, and I've worked quite hard on trying to do that recently. So just happy to reap some of the rewards out in the middle, and like I said, my main aim is to contribute to hopefully winning games and winning future games for the club.
Yeah, and coming on to your other role as well as a wicketkeeper, obviously being behind the stumps for Fahan Ahmed hat-trick, some might say you had the best seat in the house for that. How was that as a moment for the team?
Oh yeah, it's I love Farhan. He's such a good lad, and such an experienced head on his shoulders for such a young guy. And I think it's for me it was written in the stars for that to happen at home. Homegrown lad. He's got such a big future ahead of him, and yeah, I'm chuffed to bits to have the best seat in the house and be able to watch obviously the reaction of the crowd and his face when he got that hat trick, and yeah, to do it on Sky as well. I think I was chuffed to bits for him, and he deserves nothing more than all the applause he gets, because he's a seriously talented player.
And someone else who's coming through as well, they made the debut tonight, Currans, another young homegrown player. Does it give you a bit of pride, obviously having come through the team and developing into the player you are now, to see others doing the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think whenever someone makes their debut, it always gives other players who have been around a bit more, but lots of energy, because these games, we play a lot of cricket now, and sometimes you can forget what it feels like, to have that debut and, to play in front of Trent Bridge and the home crowd, for the first time. So, always trying to, have the energy of youth, if you like, an 18-year-old making his debut and watching his eyes light up at Trent Bridge, trying to keep that all the time, all the way through, and you build on your game's experience, but you're trying to keep that same energy. I think Joe made a really good point in the team huddle. He said, "Let's all play like it's play like Sam would play. Have the same energy that Sam would," because I think if you can do that through your whole career, it'll stand you in good stead.